For all the latest updates, subscribe to Newsline.
Hi, you're watching Newsline Digital. I'm Pratibha and I hope you're at home and absolutely safe. Today in my talk, I'm going to focus on what the situation is like in Bengaluru. The total number of cases are of course increasing by the day, but Karnataka is now the second worst affected state in terms of the active cases that have been reported across the country. In terms of total cases, the cases are more in states like Delhi as well as Tamil Nadu. But in terms of active cases, because of low recovery rate in Karnataka, Karnataka is the second worst affected. And in this, Bengaluru has a bulk of the cases being reported from Karnataka. Over 50% of the cases in the state are from the city. And what is the reason for it? If you go by the BBMP data that has been released, there are as of now over 16,000 containment zones in Bengaluru. Of this, there are several streets, over 1,000 of apartment complexes, there are several slums and a few cluster zones and a hotel as well that are included in these containment zones. Of this, the worst affected area is the South Zone with almost 4,000, a little over 3,900 of these containment zones in the South Zone. And this is followed by the East Zone in Bengaluru. But what is the reason that there are so many containment zones in Bengaluru and yet no complete lockdown in the city? This also raises several questions. If there are so many mini lockdowns within Bengaluru, is it really feasible? Are our authorities competent enough to ensure that in these areas the spread of coronavirus is contained completely? I also spoke to an expert to find out on whether this is a strategy that can work in Bengaluru. Listen in.
The thing is, when it comes to containment zones, Bangalore has highest number of containment zones. See, initially when we used to see cases, we used to put in a very genuine efforts to have primary contacts, secondary contacts, travel history and everything. Now with each day around 2,500 cases, suppose you take one case has around 10 primary contacts, so it becomes 25,000 primary contacts. If you take 10 secondary contacts for each patient, that is going to be around 2.5 lakh of secondary contacts.
So questions can be raised on how feasible it is for the BBMP and the health officials to really micromanage in these 16,000 odd containment zones within Bengaluru. Is it really feasible when there are some areas that are completely locked down, whereas in the other areas people can move around as easily as they want because there's no lockdown in place across the state?
Do we have enough human resource? First thing is, whatever we have. So we are pulling in everybody, even be it paramedics, be it nursing staff, group Ds, everybody we are pulling in. Everybody is made to work in COVID duties. One additional thing that could have been added is, we can abolish hierarchy in a pandemic, where there is no senior professor or there is no senior faculty. Everybody is to be made to work as a post MBBS doctor. So where instead of them just coming and doing the rounds, they can actually share the work burden. This is one very thing. Instead of just putting even final MBBS students who are not graduated, who don't have adequate exposure to patient interaction, so better avoid them and make sure that every doctor who is passed out, who is qualified, irrespective of his designation, he is made to work. That would be great ease for the currently working frontline workers. That would be a huge step.
There are several questions being raised and, experts have given their opinion as well. Perhaps as of now, what the Karnataka government should do is, instead of focusing on the containment zones, because now it's also going to be impossible for contact tracing, because now almost 5,000 cases are being reported on a daily basis across Karnataka. It would be better if the government focuses on the vulnerable section and then ensures that they are completely protected. And of course, as always, you and I, that is every citizen of the state, can also do their bit. So ensure you stay as safe as you can from coronavirus and take all the precautions, including social distancing as well as wearing masks. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you the next time in the next video. Please like, share and subscribe.